cast thought from thee. What troubles you is thought all along. Thought, that nimble ape of light, it is keep on monkeying with you all the while. Nimble, very swift, very subtle also. That nimble ape of light, it imitates light, but it has really no light at all. Thought. Now, why is she saying? Because Savitri was thinking this way and that way all the while, constantly. She is arguing with her. Should that happen? Should this be done? Etc. etc. With thought, she was all the while thinking. She said, no, throw away that thought completely and remain in his trance. Remain in his trance. Cast thought from thee, that nimble ape of light, in his tremendous hush, chilling thy brain. His vast truth, wake within and see. It is let that truth wake within you, and then you know, and then you see things. See, not by thought, but when the mind has fallen silent, in his tremendous hush, stilling the brain, that is a silent mind. You live in the silent mind. That is the first gift the mother had received from Sri Aurobindo, the silent mind, on 29th March 1914. That is the first gift she had received from Sri Aurobindo, the silent mind. The moment she surrendered to him, she got the silent mind. The moment that silent mind comes, then the truth within and know and see it becomes possible what she has to do. See. Of course, Sri Aurobindo himself had realized the silent mind in 1908, maybe around 1st or 2nd January 1908 in Baroda, under the instructions of Lele. He sat with Lele for 3 days, and within 3 days he had realized the silent Brahman, the passive Brahman. Passive Brahman within 3 days. So the voice is telling, look, first silent your mind. In his tremendous hush, stilling the brain, his vast truth, wake within and know and see. Cast from the sense that weighs the spirit's side. All our senses, they are really cutting off the knowledge that comes directly from the spirit. Sense in the Indian psychology, as you have got in the Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, sense is the mind is the sixth sense. We are aware of 5 senses. Mind is the 6th sense. Ear behind ear. Eye behind eye. That is what the Upanishad says. The ear behind ear. It is a subtle ear which hears. The eye, the subtle drishti, it is that really sees. It is that which has to open out. And behind, so you have got the 5 senses. Behind the 5 senses is manasa, mind. The 6th sense is manasa. Behind manasa is what is called satjnana. Satjnana. The satjnana means the comprehending consciousness. Comprehending consciousness. So basically, it is the satjnana which gets transmuted into manasa, and manas gets transmitted into senses. Our five senses, you see. So basically, in fact, in the true description of things, it is Sadhnana which has given rise to our senses. The occult ear that hears. It is the occult ear which has produced the physical ear. We are trying to go the other way around. The occult eye which sees things. Sees things. So it is that sight which has to open out. It is that sight which comes, the comprehending consciousness, as I was telling you. Comprehending, I am seeing it here like that. Means I am throwing my eyes on this. I am saying that this is amethyst, giving a name. But what that particular stone is trying to tell me, that I don't know. What that is trying, well, I am trying to comprehend with my faculties. But there is something in the stone itself which is trying to, look, I am like this, I am this, I am this, I am this. The plants are saying, look, I can cure this disease, I can do this miracle, I can perform all those jobs, you see. What they are telling, that we don't know. That comprehending consciousness has to grasp and come out to see the objective reality of things. So we say eyes see, really we don't see at all, because we don't understand what the object is trying to tell us. Cast off from the sense that way the spirit's sight. In the enormous emptiness of thy mind, again, you see, emptiness of thy mind, thou shalt see the eternal's body in the world. Thou shalt see the eternal's body in the world. Now, this is what is going to happen to Savitri in the 6th canto of the book of Yoga, Nirvana. In enormous emptiness, she has to empty herself out fully. Annul thyself, that only God be. Annul thyself, that only God be. Thou shalt see the eternal's body in the world. Yes, He is there everywhere. He is there. Know Him in every voice heard by thy soul. In the world's contacts, meet His single touch. All things shall fold thee into His embrace. So all the trees, plants, everybody, you see, yes, it is the embrace of God Himself in which you are living constantly. Cast from the, this can happen only when the senses have disappeared, when you are really awoken to the comprehending consciousness. And then with that, in the world's contacts, meet His single touch. All things shall fold thee into His embrace. Conquer thy heart's throbs. Let thy heart beat in God. Thy nature shall be the engine of His works. Thy voice shall house the mightiness of His word. Then shalt thou harbor my force and conquer death. So this is a complete recipe Savitri is given. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and the fruit of that will be, you will conquer, you will harbor my force and conquer death. So this is a recipe specific to Savitri. Why? Because she has to conquer death. That is her mission task. That is the mandate. She is charged with that mandate to conquer death. And complete prescription is given to her. 116.22 to 26. These 5 sentences, they give the complete prescription for Savitri to begin her yoga. Now, thy nature shall be the engine of his work. Conquer thy heart's beats, heart throbs. Let thy heart beat in God. In fact, this is what we have seen earlier also in the book of faith. This is what we have got here. Even if he seems to leave her to her lone strength, Narad is telling the queen, the last passage in the book of faith. Even if he seems to leave her to her lone strength, even though all falters and falls and sees an end, and a heart fails, and only on death and night, God given her strength can battle against doom. God given strength can battle against doom. Even on a brink where death alone seems close, and no human strength can hinder or can help. Now, already that possibility is seen that the heart fails. Even then the work will go on. Even then the work will go on, you see. In fact, that is exactly what happened in the case of the mother. It looked as though her heart had stopped. But still the work was going on. Only death and night, that is all it seems. Cast thought from thee, that nimble ape of light. And then he says, conquer thy heart's throbs. Again. Let thy heart beat in God. To us it may appear that has failed, but it is not. Thy nature shall be the engine of his work. The voice shall have the mightiness of the world. Then shalt thou harbor my force and conquer death. Now, harbor my force. This is what we will see in great detail in the 5th canto, the finding of the soul. In the finding of the soul, Savitri has found her soul. She is going from room to room, etc., etc., beautiful descriptions and all that. And suddenly she meets her soul, finds her soul. With that achieved, the divine force descends into Savitri's various parts of the body, the subtle physical. All the chakras of a subtle, they get charged with the divine presence. All the 7 chakras. That is harboring my force. When Savitri has found her soul, then the divine Shakti descends into her subtle body and establishes herself in it, in the subtle body. That is harboring her force. Savitri has simply found the soul, that's not enough. It has also been charged with the divine Shakti. So the divine force through various centers descends into a subtle body. Centers have chakra after chakra. They open out and the divine presence is there all the while. When that is done, when that divine Shakti is present in the subtle body of Savitri, then she is ready to conquer death. It is the divine Shakti which alone can do, alone divine Shakti established in the physical of Savitri, subtle physical of Savitri. That is important. It is not from above, but here in this creation it has to happen, and that is what she has done. Then shalt thou harbor my force and conquer death. So after finding the soul, This has really happened. And again, when Savitri is confronting death face to face in 10th book, Canto 4, at that moment of time, the divine power, divine Shakti, again establishes herself in Savitri. And it is that power, that Durga present in all the parts of Savitri, who now meets death and challenges him, and death disappears from the scene. So that is the conqueror of death. When Savitri has harbored that divine force in her soul, then the conquest of death becomes possible. So we have got here the complete recipe for Savitri's yoga. Remember why thou camest, find out thy soul, recover thy hid self, in silence seek God's meaning in thy depths. Then mortal nature change to the divine. Open God's door, enter into his trance, cast thought from thee, that nimble ape of light, in his tremendous hush stilling the brain, his vast truth. Wake within and know and see. Cast from thee sense that veil the spirit's sight. In the enormous emptiness of thy mind, thou shalt see the eternal's body in the world. Know him in every voice heard by thy soul. In the world's contacts, meet his single touch. All things shall fold thee into his embrace. Conquer thy heart's throb, let thy heart beat in God. Thy nature shall be the engine of his works. Thy voice shall house the mightiness of his word. Then shalt thou harbor my foes and conquer death. With that begins Savitri's yoga. Then Savitri by her doomed husband sat, still rigid in her golden, motionless pose, a statue of the fire of the inner sun. In the black night, the wrath of storm swept by. All those things are happening, terrible things around, but Savitri is not there. The thunder crashed above her, the rain hissed, its Marian footsteps pattered on the roof, on the cottage roof. Impassive mid the movement and the cry, witness of the thoughts of mind, the modes of life, she looked into herself and sought for her soul. Now the journey begins from that point onward.